Hey guys, Joe Tunney at Infiniti of Kirkland, taking a look at a 2013 Chevrolet Malibu Eco that we've taken in the past couple of days. Now, the owner always gets a little frustrated with me when I like to do videos before the car's gone through detail, but this car absolutely has my number and I couldn't wait to get it online. It's funny, a gentleman called me. He was actually looking at one of my YouTube videos a couple of days ago and asked if a particular Acura MDX that we had in stock was still available. He had just recently purchased this Malibu Eco and he discovered that he needed something with a third row seat and that the Eco wasn't going to fit his needs. So we make a deal sight unseen, and I'm thinking to myself, what have I done? I don't really know much about these Malibu Ecos. I'm just going off of the market reports that I see, but I don't know if these cars are nice or not nice. Malibu, that doesn't sound that great. But let me tell you something, I was dead wrong in my feeling that way. This car is unbelievable. In fact, this car is so nice, it has me genuinely concerned about the used car market. Now, there might be other cars that represent a great value like this one does, with the novelty, the cutting edge technology, the wonderful economy, and so forth. But it's so inexpensive for what you get that it makes everything else look, in my eyes, ridiculous by comparison. There is just so much going on with this car that is really first class, best in class, plus the car just looks really nice. Now, this particular car was custom ordered, so it has pretty much every option that you're going to ever find on a Malibu, including the diamond white pearl color. And so for those of you not familiar with how paint works, flat paint doesn't have anything added to it. Pearl paint has, although they're synthetic pearls, it's actually ground pearl in the paint, and then metallic paint has metallic shavings in the paint. Metallic paint has a nice sparkle to it, but unfortunately those shavings oxidize as the years go by. The paint gets thinner and thinner and loses some of its color and luster. Pearl paint never oxidizes, and so it always looks great even as the car gets older. So long after the car has used up its life, the paint still looks quite nice, and that's one of the nice features about pearl paint in general. Pearl white is just a great color. Come take a look around. Now, this car only has 9,000 miles, so it's still quite like new. But what gets me excited, besides the amazing fuel economy, is the interior. And the interior is absolutely first class. If it didn't say Chevrolet on that steering wheel, this car looks like a much, much more expensive car. At a minimum, something out of the Cadillac division, not out of the Chevrolet division. And I get it, the wood is kind of that faux wood applique. But if you look at the paint and the brushed aluminum and some of the chrome detail, this car is sexy inside, and I'm not kidding. Two-tone stitching on the seats, and look at the over-stitching. Look at the extra length that they go to make sure those sides are never going to blow up on you. Come take a look in the back seat. Again, if you have business clients sitting in the back seat of your car, normally I would think, uh-oh, they're in a Malibu. They're going to be embarrassed to be seen in this thing. Not like that. This car is absolutely classy inside. In fact, you could even describe this as posh. It's quite elegant. Taking a look at the trunk. Now, although this car is, if you're looking online, kind of thrown in with other hybrids, technically this car is not a hybrid. It has a battery pack at 65 pounds, and although it does add 15 horsepower to the car, it does the little things, like it runs the accessories. When the car comes to a stop, it's exclusive to the Eco model. When these Malibus come to a stop, it actually turns off the engine, and then that battery pack actually keeps things afloat, like your air conditioning or your stereo system or what have you. And then when you push the go pedal, the engine just fires right back up. And it's seamless, which seems strange to me. You'd think there'd be some shake, some hesitation. We've had a few cars that have had that auto on-off feature when you come to a stop, and normally there's a little bit of a judder every time you push go. Not like that in this car at all. No. You'd never even know it has the feature. Coming around inside, again, it's a marvelous interior. Let's come around and take a look at it. Now, if you take a look, even details like the shift handle are double stitched, push button shifting right here on top of the shifter, keeping you in control, your eyes on the road, everything's just where you think it would be. And then this painted finish looks very sophisticated. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this matte that the customer put on the car, but it's there, it doesn't look half bad, and there you go. Cup holders, center armrest, and even the armrest has double stitch detail all the way around. Nothing's overlooked in this car at all. Let's turn it on and see how it sounds. So So a 4-cylinder motor might at first seem like, oh, well, it's going to eliminate that kind of classy luxury feel. It's going to be loud, it's going to be raspy. Quite the contrary. This car is very, very quiet, even with all the doors open. Let's take a listen to the stereo system. This has the upgraded Pioneer sound, and let me tell you something, it's great. It's not just nice, it's wonderful. And so for me, coming from the Infiniti division, and I've been here for 10 years, you get a little bit spoiled by some of the nice luxuries that a lot of our new cars have. I would put this stereo system awfully close to the very best stereo systems we have in our most expensive cars. It's quite nice. This Pioneer system, Pioneer is not necessarily an expensive brand, but what they've done with this particular unit sounds great. One of the neat things about the navigation unit too on this car, other than the kind of classy modern layout, is that unlike pretty much every other navigation I've ever seen, it's flat panel. And so you can put your items, your belongings, secure back in this big cubby area here and just close it up, and there's your navigation right there. Now, when I took this car initially for the first test drive, just to make sure it was what my customer said it was, I took it right down here to Totem Lake Mall. And for those of you not familiar with Kirkland, we're just west of Seattle on the other side of the water, and our dealership, Infiniti of Kirkland, is right down the street from Totem Lake Mall. So I'm driving in front of the mall there at a steady 38 miles an hour, and the real-time fuel economy is vacillating between 42 and 60. And that's when it hit me that this car is unbelievably different than anything else I'd ever driven. It's a nice car, it's a good-looking car, it's got a wonderful interior, that part's cool, but that kind of gas mileage is unheard of. And so I take my foot off the gas pedal just to kind of see what it would do. It cruises right along comfortably, getting 99 miles per gallon, and I'm not kidding. And so you've got the lifetime fuel economy here. In the first 9,000 miles of this car's life, this customer's averaged 35.6 miles per gallon. And so it's unbelievably economical for what it is. This isn't just some Prius or something like that. This is somewhere between Prius meets upscale Mercedes-Benz. It's that nice. Wonderful stereo, wonderful luxurious accommodations. This 8th generation Malibu is completely different than anything Chevy has ever made. This is a gorgeous car. It's loaded with every single kind of option that you can imagine. Auto, start, push button, everything. This is really cool. Come take a look at this car. It's at Infiniti of Kirkland. If you want more information, please give me a call. My name's Joe Tunney. You can reach me anytime, 425-821-1600. Just drop me an email anytime at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.